Today we're going to talk about the power of a squirrel crossing to the other side. There you go. Flavian, again, talking about your favorite animal to talk about, a squirrel. What in God's world could you share with us about growth that relates to a squirrel? There's quite a bit you could share about growth that relates to a squirrel. A lot of times in life, we tend to sit and be undecisive. It's almost like a squirrel crossing the street, and instead of adhering to all the signs that we're hearing, instead of adhering to what you're hearing coming, the vibration that you're feeling in the road, the sounds that you're hearing around you, the instinct that you have inside of you, you stand in the middle of the road and you pontificate and you think about things, and you think about things, and you think about things, and you let things get to you. And as you let things get to you, all the negative humdrums that you're hearing, that negative toxic information hold you still, right smack dead in the middle of the road with oncoming traffic coming, and eventually you get run over. You get run over emotionally, you get run over physically, you get run over relationally because you let things get to you. And as you let things get to you, it takes you off of your focus. It takes your focus off of where you're going. You no longer look at your goal, you look at your circumstances and you look at what people say and do. I have one pet key. If you tell me I can't do something, I tell you, watch me. Every single situation that I experience on a given day, whether it be negative or positive, no matter what anybody says to me, all of it helps me get where I need to go. If you talk down to me or you belittle me or your words ain't true, it gives me a checkpoint to say, hey, that's matching orders. I need to head towards my goal even faster. That's the fuel that I need to get me across the road. So you see, we could stand around and we could play, we could stand around and we could listen to all the negativity, we could stand around and we could hold hands in the middle of the road and look at our circumstances and let our circumstances hold us down, or we could take matching orders and keep moving across the road. You see, we have to listen to those telltale signs. Just like a squirrel has to use its natural senses to understand the vibrations that he's feeling through the road, through its paws, then we too as humans have to see what's going on around us. We have to identify who are the ones who are elevating us and who are the ones who are pulling us down. We have to identify the toxic relationships around us. We have to know who is for us 100% and who is not for us. Otherwise, we can't get across the road. You will stand in the middle of the road playing with people and hanging out with people that you think are for you, but the only thing they're there is to distract you from getting to the other side. You see, the truth truly will set you free. And when you understand the truth, when you understand people's true nature, and when you understand those who are truly for you, you will be set free in order to get to the other side. We look at all the different nuances, the different things that we go through, the different things that we go through in life. And you have to look at each negative circumstance as a stepping stone that takes you where you want to go. Too many times we sit down and we look at all the negativity and we say, woe is me. I couldn't believe they lied to me. I couldn't believe they did that to me. I couldn't believe they promised to do that, but they didn't. Don't look at it that way. Look at it as matching orders to get where you need to go. You don't, if you're homeless or you don't have a job or you don't have a degree or you need to get back to school to be retrained, all of that. Don't look at the negative where you are. Look at what you can do, the steps that you can take to get you where you need to go. And surround yourself with people who've been there, because by surrounding yourself with people who has been there and people who have succeeded, they too will pull you forward. You see, a successful person always lifts you up to their point. They don't have to have an ego on their shoulder to say, look at me, because the fundamental fact is they know how to succeed and they don't mind pouring into others. People who usually don't have to have an ego, their egos on their shoulders, or make other people feel small, are people who feel inadequate about themselves. When you feel inadequate about yourself, you have to always stand on others in order to feel good about yourself. You have to always take credit for something somebody else does. You always have to pretend that you know somebody. One of my major pet peeves that I have, and the more you get to know me, is this one thing. One thing that could cause you not to be in my close inner circle is speaking for me. I allow no one to speak for me. And the reason why I do that is the fact is I took the time out and grew me. I take the time out every day and grow me. There's certain key fundamental things that I stand on. Honesty, the fundamental stand, and the fact of helping others, the fundamental fact of forgiving others, the fundamental fact of showing up on time, the fundamental fact of doing what I say, the fundamental fact of caring for others, the fundamental fact is having a growth mindset and always growing and helping other people grow. The fundamental fact of living in peace and love with every single person. The fundamental fact of showing love, the knowing my creator and going out there and showing my creator. And those are the bedrocks that I stand on. So I allow nobody in God's green earth to destroy those bedrocks by speaking for me. So out of respect, I speak for none of my friends. I speak for none of my family. I will not start dictating or telling you, oh, this is how this person thinks because that's not my preview. That's them. They're the ones in charge of whoever they're creating. And they're creating that masterpiece. And that masterpiece should be something that they're dealing with. You see, so as a squirrel crossing the street, he knows exactly where he's going. And you see that little guy, he will just look around and he's creating that masterpiece of a vision. He knows if he goes to the other side, he's going to get all of the acorns and every nut that he could get. And he knows, hey, across the other side, perhaps it's my city. Across the other side is the best vacation spot there is. And he heads across the other side. And he lets nothing distract him. And that's the same way we have to be. We have to know where we want to go in life, and we have to be willing to craft and build the person that we want to be. And we can't sit down and let people's negative talks or the people belittling or beniling of us that will stop us from where we are going. We cannot let people's concepts of what they think that our lives should be what holds us into a cocoon. We have to cross to the other side. We have to grow ourselves. We have to believe in ourselves. We have to get up every single day and live the best version of ourselves. We have to be 1% better each day than we were the day before. We have to get up and tell ourselves, all right, this is January. By December, I want to be here. I'm going to grow. I'm going to nurture myself. I'm going to grow myself into the person that I desire to be. And then go out there every single day and head across our proverbial street. Head across that street, listening to the vibrations and the sounds that we're hearing around, the indicators that we're hearing around us. And as we hear those indicators, utilizing those indicators to get ourselves across the street and not be distracted by them. Knowing exactly when to cross and when not to cross, knowing when to stop because of where the vibrations or the sounds are coming from, and then knowing where to go. So I want to encourage you today, go out there and have an awesome growth day. Let nothing stand in your way, whether it be something negative or something belittling. Go out there and know that you can be the best version of you. You are created for greatness. Have an awesome growth day. And don't forget, hit the subscribe button below. Hit the subscribe button below. And God bless you.